Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online on the PS4. I'm the Big B82 and this is part 67 on my Discovery Era Science Officer. We're about to undertake the final mission. Well, what would have been the final mission in the Delta Quadrant Arc, but it's not. It is the third from last mission but we're nearing the end of the war with the Vaadwaur, and we're finally going to put an end to Gaul and his vicious plans for the Alpha Quadrant, the Delta Quadrant. Sorry. Live streams intros. Talk about totally fucking it up. So I'm going to help for the mission before I continue to talk bollocks, and let's get this show on the road.
The time has come to end the Vaadwaur threat to the Delta Quadrant. Our allies are assembling at the Gaul and Dyson sphere to plan our assault on the Vaadwaur homeworld. You will serve as the battle commander for the assault. Admiral Tuvok is waiting for you at the Gaul and Dyson sphere. He will brief you and our allies on our strategy. Good hunting.
Thank you, Commander. Alright, let's accept.
Hello.
Let's begin the mission. Takedown. A lot of things are in the works. As to go, what's going on with regards to my channel. Next week they will be launching the Delta recruit. So Thursday, which is when the update is coming in, I will be doing starting a new character that will take over the Saturday and Sunday slot along with my KDF character. Basically because I've got playthroughs of those already and they're not really any different. The KDF one's slightly different because I've updated everything, but the Federation one is no different to this one. So to my original one back in 2019, there's no updates on any of the stories or anything, so it's be pretty much the same, except for the fact it would just be you have the Delta recruit stuff in the background. You get different cutscenes as well, so all good. So you get slightly different cutscenes, but other than that, it's pretty much identical. Okay, so Evelyn, our ever trustworthy first officer, has something to say to us. We have arrived in the Magellan system, sir. Our orders are for you to beam down to the surface for the conference about to take place. Acknowledged. Are you ready to beam down? I am. Now I'm going to have to change my uniform. I'm going to be in my my combat armor, so I'm going to have to change that out and swap it out and change it to my duty uniform, because I am an officer of the fleet. So I can't look like a complete twat running around in the combat armor. So I need to remember to change that, but it's so easy to flick through them. Admiral Tuvok has requested to speak with you before the briefing, Captain. Okay. Admiral, sir.
We are not yet ready to begin. While I finish preparations, I suggest you speak to the liaisons of our allies.
Where are the Alpha Quadrant representatives?
The Vaadwaur are anticipating an attack of some kind, and we know they are monitoring our ship movements closely. Therefore, I suggest we adapt the tactics of our enemies to our own use. As a diversion, I have dispatched Alliance ships to the Cartella system to engage the Vaadwaur forces there. If they are successful, by the time the Vaadwaur realize what is happening, we will have already secured Vaadwaur Prime. The Vaadwaur believe the other species of this quadrant are too weak to challenge them. We will use that misconception to our advantage by using our Delta Quadrant allies to assault Vaadwaur Prime itself.
Understood.
We are not yet ready to begin. While I finish preparations, I suggest you speak to the liaisons of our allies.
Thank you, Admiral. I'll talk to them. Forgot to change my uniform. So, changing to my dress uniform. Right, let's talk with 7.
The Cooperative asked me to inform you that they appreciate your assistance, and are prepared to provide what assistance they can in the final battle against the Vaadwaur.
I know the Cooperative numbers are few. What do they offer?
The Cooperative's main weapon is adapted Borg technology. Cooperative vessels can confuse the systems of opposing ships and cause them to fire on friendly targets. This tactic is most effective in mixed groups of ships, where the Cooperative can turn the larger vessels against the smaller ones.
Sounds helpful. Thank you, 7.
The Cooperative appreciates your partnership, and we are eager to end the Vaadwaur threat to our quadrant. Our technological capabilities are at your disposal.
We appreciate your assistance in this matter. Okay. Harry.
I'm not sure I completely trust the Kazon after our experience with Maj Sesson, but they say they'll fight for us today. Maybe you'll have better luck reaching a consensus with them than I did.
What will the Kazon provide?
The Kazon have a large number of ships and fight without fear. However, their lack of organization makes slotting them into precise battle formations problematic. They'll go to war with you, but they may not follow every order.
Thank you, Captain.
The Kazon are eager for battle. Our enemies will fall today. All of them.
I look forward to fighting by your side. Doctor?
Good to see you again. Through my excellent diplomatic skills, and some assistance from Admiral Tuvok, I have managed to convince the Hierarchy Board of Directors that assisting us in this battle and ensuring the end of the Vaadwaur will improve their long-term profits. The Hierarchy are experts at surveillance and espionage. If the Vaadwaur try any tricks, the Hierarchy would be the ones we should send to subvert them.
Thank you, Doctor.
Greetings. The Hierarchy is anticipating a profitable transaction under your guidance. Our surveillance and tactical capabilities are at your disposal.
We appreciate a mutual beneficial arrangement. And finally, Felix.
We have a firm contract with the Hazari. It would bring them great dishonor to fail to complete it, so I expect that we'll have their full support in this battle.
What will they do for us?
The Hazari ships usually fight in pairs. One ship hangs back and provides shield support for the other. This gives them excellent defensive capabilities, but it comes at a cost. Their firepower isn't quite as strong as it would be if they weren't so dedicated to protection.
Thank you, Neelix.
Greetings. The Hazari will uphold our end of the contract, to the letter. And we expect you to do the same. We specialize in defense, and our ships are at your disposal.
Thank you. We appreciate your acceptance of this contract. Okay, let's go back to Tuvok.
The presentation will begin momentarily. Perhaps you would be willing to check in with the representatives of our other allies. We invited Eldex's people and the Hirogen, but neither group chose to send a representative.
Understood. I'll talk to the representatives. Hey, the Benthen Guard.
Greetings. The Benthen Guard is honored to join you in the fight against the Vaadwaur. We dedicate our lives to promoting law and order throughout the Delta Quadrant. Finding someone else with the same ideals is unusual, but most gratifying.
So The support of your people is pretty greatly appreciated. Victor Eknobibo. General.
It's an honor to meet you again. I am eternally grateful for your assistance on my world. By joining you in this fight, perhaps I can begin to repay a small portion of the life debt my people owe you.
Yeah, same thing to you, General. Although you were a bit of a secret school with us. And it's a ray.
Greetings. Aiding you against the Vaadwaur was a difficult decision for our people. We do not wish to ally with you, but we understand that ending Gaul's reign of terror is more important than our discomfort.
Okay, Bellis. Pellic. And
hello again. You've done so much to help us. It's only right that we help you this time.
Thank you, Keldex. The Alliance appreciates your support. And finally go back again to speak with Tuvok. His fetch quest is over.
If you are ready, I will begin the presentation.
Go ahead, Admiral.
The bulk of the Vaadwaur fleet has pulled back to Vaadwaur Prime. We expect to face the final might of the Vaadwaur, including Gaul's flagship. Our battle there will have 5 fronts, each progressively closer to the planet. Our rendezvous point will be here, where the mineral content of the moon will help to hide our ships. The Tuareg will secure the subspace tunnels in this area, while the Kabali will help the wounded.
The Admiral has already given us our assignment. Our forces will assault the other side of the planet to secure the area against a possible retreat. Our Talaxian friends will be in charge of transporting prisoners of war.
To give us the best possible chance of success, our battle commander will be able to call in one wing of our allies at each of the first 4 fronts. Each wing of allies has different tactical advantages. The cooperative can confuse enemies. The Kazon have many ships and fight without fear. The hierarchy have unparalleled espionage and surveillance abilities, and should be difficult to take by surprise. Azari vessels fight in pairs, with one ship reinforcing the other's shields. This battle will be difficult, but we must prevail.
Well, beam up, but first things first, we need to change our outfit down to our combat uniform, and then it's beam up. Let's go. A good woman goes to war. What's in my captain's log, didn't I? Silly Parker. Captain's log, Stardate 87248.89. The time to end this war is now. Gaul and Vaadwaur Supremacy must be stopped. We're heading to the final briefing. A final briefing on the battle plans. Go.
The fleet is ready to begin the assault. I will remain behind to coordinate their movements, while you will be commanding the battle from the field. We have 4 wings of allies at our disposal to help you break through the Vaadwaur lines. I recommend deploying 1 wing in each area. Are you ready to begin?
I'm ready.
The Vaadwaur have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allies do you want to assist you?
Sending Captain Kim with the Kazon.
An excellent choice. The Kazon numbers should be a match for the frigates, and their lack of organization should not be too great of a hindrance.
Let's see what the Kazon can do.
Something's not right here. The Kazon are in the wrong position, and they aren't responding to my hails.
Evelyn's, what's your take? Sensors indicate the Kazon are moving into position with the Vaadwaur screen. Sir, some of those ships appear to be Nistrum. We're being held is Cessin. I should have known. On screen. Fools. Did you really believe I would assist you in your folly? My mother's murder will we avenged at last. Janeway didn't murder your mother, since Seska brought her death upon herself. They're close to channel, sir. We are being held by the Rhode Island. On screen.
I was worried they might double-cross us, but I never thought they would be so blatant. But come to think of it, they did say some pretty suspicious things during the briefing. Fortunately, Admiral Tuvok and I have a
Alright, gonna kick some ass. Remain here with the Hirogen and coordinate cleanup efforts.
The Toray fleet has secured the subspace tunnels. The Vaadwaur will not be able to use them to attack or to retreat.
Excellent.
We shall establish a medical flotilla and secure the area. Vessels of the fleet can transport any wounded, including Vaadwaur, to our ships for treatment.
Make sure you treat our people first. Okay, let's go to Bravo.
The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. Which ally do you want to advance?
Okay, sending Neelix to the Hazari.
A sound tactical choice. The Hazari methods utilize one ship to reinforce the shields of another. Vaadwaur cruisers do not have the firepower to break through the reinforced shielding.
They don't stand a chance against the Hazari. So I'm detecting Kazon warships warping in. They're hailing us on screen.
The Kazon Ogla will no longer stand by, while the Relora and Nistrum sully our name with their treachery. I will make good on their false promises.
Frankly, Jar Kaden, I'm surprised at your nobility, but I'm glad for your help. Excuse me. A bit rude. Excellent. So we must disable the satellite network to prevent the Vaadwaur from receiving surveillance data that might allow them to make a counter-attack First, we'll need to override the security measures on one of the satellites. Then we can transmit a virus that will shut down the entire network. Understood to set course for the satellites. Done.
We have defeated the first wave of Vaadwaur defenders, and we are entering position for our next offensive. Resistance has been heavier than expected, but our ships have so far proved equal to the task.
Excellent work, Captain. Keep me apprised of your situation.
Please remember to direct any wounded or prisoners of war to our flotilla at Alpha Front.
Acknowledged.
That went well. What do you want me to do now?
Hold this area while we proceed to the next. Charlie. Charlie says, always tell your mummy before you go off somewhere.
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships supported by frigates. Which wing of allies would you like to help you?
Send in the cooperative.
An excellent strategy. The technology of the cooperative may be able to cause the larger ships to attack the smaller ones. Certainly the cooperative coordination and discipline will be more than a match for the tactical abilities of the Vaadwaur.
I have great faith in the cooperative. They are Borg after all. Okay. Let's go. Let's go and kick some ass. Enter my black horse, said the dead starship to the idiots. I completely agree with you, good 7. Much better than the forced idiotic previous 7 from the shitty Picard series. I like this.
Cooperative ships are performing an
Get stuck on a mountain. What the fuck am I? So for the distorted sound, that is not me, that is the game. So we must secure the orbital platforms here. We cannot afford to leave our rear flank exposed. Set course for the orbital platforms. Orbital platforms secure. How are the Talaxians?
We are ready to begin transporting prisoners of war from the orbital platforms at your command.
We have secured the platforms. Please proceed with the transportation.
The Vaadwaur forces in this area have been defeated. What are your orders?
Hold this area while we proceed to the next. And the final, well, the penultimate front. The Delta front. Delta front.
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships. However, knowing the Vaadwaur, they might be planning a surprise attack. Who do you want to assist you?
Well, the only one left is the Doctor and the Hierarchy.
A wise choice. The espionage and surveillance capabilities of the Hierarchy should help us prepare for any surprises the Vaadwaur might have in store.
My thoughts exactly, Admiral. I have great confidence in the Hierarchy. Means that the last one on the list. It's not really much confidence in them. It's like they're the last ones on the list.
The Hierarchy are more than capable of capturing the Vaadwaur.
Trying to fart mines at me. That's not cricket, is it? Fuck out of my way. Alright, where's this last ship? Hello.
Warning, ship is under attack.
How the hell did he get over there? From the Gaul had cloaking tech. Don't worry about that. So, we must disable the orbital repair platforms in this area. The Vaadwaur could repair their ships and allow them to re-enter the conflict. The platforms are networked together, so if we can access the recognition protocol subroutines in any of the single platform, the change should propagate to the other platforms. Good idea. Set course for the platforms. She's full of good ideas, isn't she? That's why she's my first officer. And transmit the override. The Benthans are hailing us again, sir, on screen. So we have broken through the ranks of the Vaadwaur defenders and they're falling back, but we have them contained. We anticipate being able to rendezvous with you on Echo front shortly. Excellent work, Captain.
The Vaadwaur forces are defeated, as I knew they would be. What are your orders?
Hold this area while we proceed into the next. Right, the final front. Gaul's last stand.
We have broken through to their final line of defense, their command ships. However, in doing so, we have exhausted our supply of allies, and the Vaadwaur dreadnoughts are formidable. This will be a difficult fight.
We have to press on, even if it's alone.
Not quite alone. The Hirogen have matters well in hand, so the Rhode Island is at your disposal.
Glad to have you, Captain.
I have temporarily taken command of a cooperative vessel. You will not fight alone.
Wonderful, 7. We could use the help. Hope you come in the cube.
The hierarchy also agreed to send a single ship to assist in the final assault. Under the command of yours truly, of course. I'm finally getting to use my emergency command subroutine. But you would not believe the amount of paperwork I had to fill out.
Fantastic, Doctor.
Last but not least, the Hazari managed to spare a ship and put it under my command. Captain Neelix. I quite like the sound of that.
Indeed, Neelix, thank you.
I am impressed with the show of support from our allies. However, my tactical analysis indicates that our forces are inferior to the Vaadwaur.
We have to fight. Captain, we're being held by the VSW of Ross. On screen. How sad. I hoped you would put up more of a fight. Sorry to disappoint you.
Of our survival is slim.
Sensors have detected a large group approaching Commander Eldex.
Gaul's ship has launched a drop pod to the planet. Sensors indicate he's on board.
Doing the honourable thing going down with your ship, I take
we've
it.
arrived to help secure the area.
Excellent. I'm needed on the surface. So Gaul appears to have escaped to the surface in an escape pod. Right. Let's go. Okay, so Monkel will be in command of the ship while we're on the ground. Commander has left the ship. Exo Presley has the con. Gaul landed somewhere in this area. He must have gone into those tunnels. Let's follow him then. Come, Commander. Let's dance. I suppose I can't interest you people in surrendering, no? No? Pity. I guess we're doing do not make me come over there and bitch slap you. Hello, fellas. Do I interest you in shares in our disruptor technology? Huh? Yeah. That guy that obviously decided to disintegrate on the job. When we disintegrate, we disintegrate. And there should be a super Vaadwaur monkey around here somewhere. Doesn't turn up at some point soon. Commando. Ah, here it is. That's supposed to be a containment field, man. He's dead. Right. Upwards and onwards. Gaul really needs to learn have a much better fallback plan. You know, returning to a planet's surface is not a good idea. It's a stupid idea, in all honesty. Sean Connery character said in The Rock, personally, I think you're an idiot. Well, actually, he said one of the lines of, personally, I think you're a fucking idiot. Personally, I think you're a fucking idiot.
Your persistence is a credit to your race.
Welcome, my friend.
But it is time.
You should have joined me when you had the chance. Your blood will drench the sands of our blasted home.
It's over, Gaul. Surrender now and save the lives of your remaining soldiers. There's always time.
Congratulations.
There's always time
You
to
have earned the
strike
right
a triple.
to die on the hallowed soil of Vaadwaur Prime.
Now, for my chief medical officer, he's not very good at his job, is he?
Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens in the universe, your bravery is admirable. And I do respect Starfleet for ending my people's long twilight. Surrender now, and I give you my word I will spare your people. You and the other leaders will need to be executed, of course. But that is only to maintain order. Personally, I bear you no ill will.
A generous offer, but I must decline.
That's twice you've refused my generosity. I should be insulted, but your pitiful blindness makes it difficult.
And I only feel contempt for your delusions. Oh, shit. Bugs.
The Vaadwaur controlled this quadrant once, and our new allies have only made us stronger. Is that the best you've got?
Now's your chance! Defeat Gaul!
I thought you were I took the liberty of scanning Gaul. He does not have Gaul. And I don't think he ever did. What? That's impossible!
know, for someone who talks a amount of fucking bravery, definitely not to run away a
The
lot.
Vaadwaur Empire will never fall, and you will not even be a footnote in our glorious history.
Oh, you're back again. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, fuck off. The mission's bugged. I can get him to come out. Come out. No. Shit. Yeah, I know all this crap. I'll go through this fucking shit all over again. Fuck's sake. I'm fucking annoyed at this. So many bugs on this game. It's so irritating. Wipe yourself off. You're dead. I'm sorry about this, man. It's a mission design that wants to be bugged. That's not what I can do about it. Not exactly a long mission, but it's just fucking frustrating. It's like the next mission, which is what's left behind. I have no idea if the fucking thing is even working. Well, we'll see. No save feature, unfortunately.
Welcome, my friends. You should have joined me when you had the chance. Your persistence is a credit to you.
I think what happened was you got stuck on the door, and the little ship, DSC one, the Jemadar ability must have it must have pushed him through the wall. Unfortunately, once that happened, I couldn't get him out. So
Congratulations. You have earned the right to die on the hallowed soil of Vaadwaur Prime.
he's not exactly a hard boss. I mean, kick his ass with
Although you are clearly not the brightest. That's twice you've refused my gen- The Vaadwaur controlled this quadrant once, and our new allies have only made us stronger.
Is that the best you've got? Now's your chance. Defeat Gaul!
I thought you might like to know. I took the liberty to scan Gaul somewhat. He does not have an eyesight. And I don't think he ever did.
What? That's impossible!
Okay.
The Vaadwaur Empire will never fall, and you will not even be a footnote in our glorious history.
Yeah. Heard it all before. Blah, fucking blah. Fucking blah. As Frieza says in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. No, what is it? 126. The amount of times I've heard a bad guy say that to me. Alright, try and get him away from the door. Come away from the door.
We cannot be stopped. Time after time we rise from the ashes, and we are stronger for doing so.
Your logic is flawed, Gaul. You are already defeated. The evil I mistakenly unleashed on the galaxy ends at last.
My people and the galaxy must believe the parasites were behind his madness.
Very well.
The remaining Vaadwaur have surrendered. What is your current situation?
We're in Gaul's command center, Admiral. Gaul's dead.
Were you able to determine why he returned to the surface? It was a tactical error. Even if underspace was closed to him, Gaul would have had more opportunities to escape if he had remained in his ship.
Not yet. Join me and we can investigate.
Certainly. May I recommend Seven, Captain Kim, the Doctor, and Neelix join us as well. Their insight may be valuable.
Absolutely. Would you contact them for me? Seven's already here, so okay. Right, first to speak with Harry.
Honestly, I wasn't sure about coming back to the Delta Quadrant. I have a family and a life back home, and the idea of being 70,000 light years away again wasn't appealing. But seeing the good we've done for the Cabali, and now stopping the Vaadwaur, I think we were needed here. You were needed. Thank you. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
Yeah,
I hope we meet again.
It was good serving with you, Captain Kim. I always talk to the Admiral last. The Doctor.
War is just a pointless waste of life. Usually for a political reason. It doesn't much matter in the long term anyway. I understand that sometimes we need to fight to defend those who cannot defend themselves. I respect that. But what Gaul was doing here was madness. It's one thing for him to want to rebuild his people. It's something entirely different to destroy dozens of worlds to do so.
Indeed. Where's Neelix?
I'm not a man who normally dwells on revenge, but when Gaul and his soldiers attacked my people, it was almost all I could think about. Dexa helped me to see that death doesn't heal wounds of the heart, but thank you. This quadrant is safer now that Gaul and his soldiers are defeated, and I'm glad I was here to see it happen.
Goodbye, my friend. And 7.
I was responsible for the return of the Vaadwaur. Even though Admiral Janeway told me she might have done the same thing, it was ultimately my actions that allowed all this destruction to happen. I participated in the assimilation of many different species during my time with the Borg. Those acts weigh on me. The wanton slaughter caused by the Vaadwaur will do so as well.
7, you couldn't have known what would happen.
Nevertheless, I am pleased I could, in some way, make up for my actions. By assisting the Turae, working with the Cooperative, and fighting the Vaadwaur here today, we have helped end what began more than 30 years ago when I activated those stasis tubes and freed the Vaadwaur. Thank you.
You're welcome, 7. We couldn't have done this without you. And finally, the Admiral Tuvok.
While this conflict was regrettable, it was ultimately for the greater good.
The greater
Gaul's
good.
hubris and ambition blinded him to the harm he was doing to the Delta Quadrant and his own people. Now the threat is ended. There will be time to heal the damage he has done.
But what were they? But were they acting alone? Sir, I detect an unusual radiation emanating from that door. Let's investigate. Well, we're about to find out.
Intriguing. This device is not familiar to me, but it does not appear to be of Vaadwaur origin. I will bring it back to Voyager for further analysis.
Acknowledged. Looks like we're done here, sir. Are you ready to beam up? I am. Let's get off this godforsaken planet. Right. Right, it's our contact.
Congratulations! Your leadership during the assault on Vaadwaur Prime and the subsequent defeat of Gaul was inspired. With Gaul's defeat and the destruction of his fleet, we've secured the Delta Quadrant against a terrible threat. And I hope this is the last we see of the neural parasites and infected Vaadwaur. Perhaps even more importantly, we've united many species of the Delta Quadrant against a common enemy. This bodes well for future diplomatic negotiations and operations in the Delta Quadrant. They've worked together once, they can do it again. However, the discovery of this artifact concerns me. Admiral Tuvok is leading an analysis. I'll contact you once we have more information.
Okay, so let's continue.
Hello. Would you have time to look into something?
And that is the end of a very of an extended part 67. Shouldn't have been extended as far as it did, but it went because of the game bugging out.
Admiral Tuvok and Captain.
Yeah. But that is the end of part 67, thankfully. When we return in part 68, hopefully that's not bugged. Otherwise, a very, very, very short episode. And we'll be doing the mission What's Left Behind. Until then, I'm the Big B82. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you when we return in 68. Till then, ciao for now.